UK's on-field captain. Paul Kerrigan now, who had that miss, taking off past Kevin McKernan. This is good by Kerrigan, and he's won a free in. So a chance for Cork to draw level. Their only point, of course, coming from the boot of Daniel Goulding from a free kick. This was good pace, good penetration by Paul Kerrigan, drawing the foul. So once again, Daniel Goulding ready to hit this. He's on 7 goals and 77 points so far, which is 98 points in all. And he's put this one over, so it's 99 for his tally, and Cork draw level.
Yeah, both teams have settled very well into the game. I think Down in particular, for a team that are in the first All-Ireland since 1994, are doing very, very well. I know it's new players and all of that, but they're very much at home on the occasion today. They're showing no inhibitions whatsoever. They're full of confidence and playing some very good football.
And they have this unbeaten record in finals that's been much spoken about, of course. 5 final appearances, 5 final victories. Clark pushed by Noel O'Leary. That's that curious matchup, and the referee will bring the ball forward 13 metres because Cork are deemed not to have been that distance from the ball, but I think they're complaining that the free was hit into the back of a Cork player as he was walking away from it. Just have a look at this again. Did they have their backs to it? Yeah, you see Noel O'Leary was walking away from it, and it hit him in the back.
Yeah, I just get the feeling actually the referee might have actually been moving it forward before that. Maybe there was some dissent on the part of the Cork team.
It's quite possible. Marty Clark then looking for his first point of this match and to put his team back in front again. From about 43 metres out, it's an easy enough kick for him by his high standards. And Down lead by 3 points to 2. Well, it's a Down team beaten by Tyrone earlier on in the championship, in the Ulster Championship at that, but they learned an awful lot as a result of that defeat, I think, and they implemented the lessons from that, which is to the credit of the management.
Very much so, and I think in particular putting Kevin McKernan in the centre half back has brought them on an awful lot since then. And also actually the recall of Daniel McCartan from suspension. He was sent off in the League 2 division final here against Armagh, but he has tightened things up immensely at the back.
Alan Quirk slips as he kicks this one out, and again it is Down who are winning the Cork kick-outs and cleverly setting up a chance here. John Clark, his 4th time to play in Croke Park this season, and he scored eventually. Didn't score in the Division 2 League final or in the other championship matches here, but he's got a point in the all-important All-Ireland final, and Down lead by double scores, 4 points to 2. It was very much down to the individual skill of John Clark, older brother of Marty.
Yeah, and I think there was an unfortunate slip on the part of a Cork defender that time, which made it that little bit easier. But Cork are in the middle of the field. They're not getting the possession that I expected them to get. Well,
Cork's only scored so far 2 pointed frees. Maybe it's that missed goal opportunity in the opening minutes that has unsettled them somewhat for starters, but now they're very much rattled and riled by the persistence of Down and the way in which Down are harassing them and tackling and pressurising them and forcing them into making errors. Cadigan this time.
Well, that typifies the Down attitude today. They're full of spirit, full of verve, and again going for everything. But Cork will be very disappointed, as I said, that their big players around the middle of the park are not winning kickouts, and I would feel myself that Alan Quirk needs to drive the ball out long rather than placing it to the wings, because I think around the middle they have a decided height advantage.
Well, this should be absolutely ideal for Marty Clark, kicking with the left boot, curling it in, no real trouble, over the bar, and another for Down. And everybody in the full forward line has now scored, 4 points between them. That's good going. As you say, they have settled. Nothing to do with this first time out in an All-Ireland final. It hasn't worried them one little bit. They always say that when Down get to a final, they bring a certain swagger, a certain confidence with them, and that's been demonstrated out there right now. By comparison, Cork full of effort, but there's a degree of hesitation as well, and maybe just looking for a break or two. Aidan Walsh kicked it poorly. Out came Dan Gordon. Very much a stopgap fullback, preferred to be playing in midfield, I'm sure. Benny Coulter, he'll play anywhere. Left half forward at this stage, holding it, waiting for Kevin McKernan to come onto. Looking to add to the All-Ireland medal his dad got here back in '91. as that's kicked by Peter Fitzpatrick, and he's missed the opportunity and he's put it wide. Well, he was man of the match in that under-21 final that was played last year. Didn't win the All-Ireland medal that day, but he gave a terrific performance.
He'll be very disappointed with that, because once more I think it was Daniel Hughes got loose from his marker. Fitzpatrick coming up on the overlap, got the opportunity but shot a bad wide. Down really on top around the middle of the park at the moment.
Cork looking to try and win this kick out, and they just might get the break this time. It's Aidan Walsh who gets away. Nicely forward here by John Miskela. Miskela looking to shoot himself. It's going to drop short. Easy one for Brendan McVeigh to take. Held onto by Kevin McKernan. Slipping it outside to Peter Fitzpatrick. And the midfielder just waits. There's no pressure on him. Great ball. Brilliant ball. Poland gets free. Gets inside the marker. Gets inside Kazan. Now, or sorry, Miskela rather. Back once again towards McComiskey. Looking to shoot under pressure. And he's put it over the bar. And it's a great start to this match for Down. They weathered the early pressure against Cork. They got lucky with the goal that Cork might have scored. They've come back confidently, and they're all scoring freely. And they're looking very, very confident. Look at this for a pass. It was absolutely brilliant. Perfect delivery. You could see Miskela, who had been up the other end, chasing back after it.
Yeah, the foot passing is excellent. Peter Fitzpatrick that time it was who executed, but the movement I think at the moment of the down forward line is just outstanding. It's causing huge problems for the Cork defence. They're finding it very difficult to track their markers. On top of that, the likes of Pearse O'Neill, who's been spoken to at the moment, hasn't touched the ball yet, hasn't really got into it from the first moment. And they need leaders at the moment. They seem to be diffident, they seem to be lacking in confidence and inhibited, and that surprises me about a team who's been here a number of occasions over the last couple of years.
Well, Cork's record in All-Ireland finals is rather abysmal. This is their 25th time to play in an All-Ireland final. They've won only 6 so far of the previous 24 finals. I think if they were a building firm, they'd probably be in Nama at this stage. That's kicked out into the middle, and it's fisted back by Peter Fitzpatrick. Here comes John Miskela, pursued by Mark Poland. Fouled. Free kick. The big players, as you say, Martin, have got to get into this game for Cork if they're to put in a sustained challenge. That's prodded forward by Kieran Sheehan, trying to get the better there of his marker, who's Rafferty. Sheehan still, everybody claiming it, and the linesman on this near side saying that's going to be a line ball to Down, playing in the change strip.
Yes, that's a good call actually by the linesman, but equally so it's a second good call, because I think Daniel McCartan that time took the ball from inside the boundary line, so it's a throw up 13 metres from the sideline.
Let's just have a look at this again here.
Yes, it came off Kieran Sheehan, so the first call is right, and subsequent call was correct also by the linesman. Well done.
So this throw 13 metres in from the near sideline, and that time the referee seems to indict Pearse O'Neill. And Down have the possession, and they can start again. That's a poor kick away by Brendan McVeigh. Should have been taken by Shields, but he did enough on it anyway to get it to Miskela. Now Goulding. Held on to here by Aidan Walsh, but it's 50 metres out from the target. A little bit of movement ahead here from Paul Kerrigan, but really into the corner. And there's a lot of work to do from here just to try and create a scoring chance. And Cork, as you can see, are 4 points behind. Here's Paulie Kassan. Great pressure from Down. Excellent defensive work. They're working as a unit, working as a team. Brilliant play. Declan Rooney feeding it out here as far as Danny Hughes. Points so far for the 28-year-old from Saville. Slipped back in here to Poland. Everything seems to go through him. Marty Clark playing further forward than I've seen in recent championship matches. He's tended to play very, very deep on occasions, but he's a real threat, a real menace for Cork. Or he was looking there for Paul McComiskey, but it was well defended by Ray Carey. That needed his intervention. Goalkeeper trying to set up Paulie Kassan here, trying to urge him to carry it forward. Cork go lateral, and that time Miskela fouled by McComiskey, and Cork have the opportunity with Ray Carey here, linking up with Alan O'Connor. Waiting for movement, and it's coming back again. Cork static in that inside forward line. need more people creating more of a menace in there, and Down are comfortably able to handle all of the threats so far presented.
Yes, Down are first to every ball at the moment. The likes of, for example, Donnacha O'Connor hasn't got into the game at all. He seems strangely subdued, not going hard for it, and that's very untypical.
Here's Pearse O'Neill playing it back here again. This shot has gone to the left and this one has gone wide, and it's a wasted opportunity, and certainly the management team must be very, very displeased with what they've seen so far. This was fed back out here as far as Paul Kerrigan. That's the one that went astray there, and that's yet another wide for Cork. That is their fourth so far.
Yeah, but you must credit the pressure that the Down defence are putting on the Cork attackers. They're not giving them any room. The pressure around the middle of the field is immense, and at the moment Down seems so comfortable by comparison with Cork.
10 minutes since Cork scored, and they've now restructured their forward line, and Sheehan has now gone back to right half forward. Paul Kerrigan's gone back to top of the left. It's as they were programmed, in other words. So another attack. Down have had their spell of dominance. Cork now look for scores from Pa Kelly's pass. O'Connor has lost it. That's great defending again. Good, simple and effective defending, that time by Rooney, just slipping in the right hand, dispossessing the forward, doing everything right so far. Peter Fitzpatrick. That's too long, that's too ambitious, and it's easy for Cadogan to come, or should have been. Manages to get it back as far as Miskela. Now Aidan Walsh, about to be challenged. Overhits the pass, an elementary mistake, and Down will take the opportunity now once again, but McComiskey trying to set up. Coulter has moved inside, this time won by Shields, and Cork have it back again. That's Owen Cadogan, hurler come footballer. Kerrigan just trying to steal a march on Damien Rafferty, and the referee saw what was going on and saw the push on the Newry Shamrocks player. Free to Down.
Yeah, dare I say it, Ger, but at the moment I think Cork look like a team that are overtrained. They look very tired, they look very slow going to the ball, devoid of energy, whereas Down are full of verve, full of imagination, managing to get their big players into the game. Just at the moment the leadership is absent from the Cork team that I would have expected to be manifest at this stage.
And Paul Kerrigan has got himself a yellow card, one foul too many, I'm afraid, from his point of view, and David Coldrick from Meath has showed him the card. Down goes short from the free kick. Conor Garvey slipping it ahead to McKernan. I've already got those two tremendous points against Kildare in the semi-final. That pass was just too far ahead of him. So line ball to Cork. Cork crowd getting a bit edgy. Only 2 points for them so far, both of them from free kicks. There's a Down player on the ground. That's Conor Garvey. And the referee, I think, not buying what Garvey was obviously intimating, that he was being fouled, so he told him get up, and Garvey did. Carey down as far as Pearse O'Neill, back once again to the man who took that sideline kick. Now Kissan. Two wing backs have been pinned back here, really, Noel O'Leary and Kissan. Now let's see what the forwards can do with this one as O'Connor tries to break it. Pearse O'Neill slips out the right leg. It comes eventually to Pa Kelly, who's been in very good form this year. And they go back to the middle of the park. Now look for an